Franklin, Tennessee, ranked one of the best places to live in America, but is it really all it's cracked up to be? Between skyrocketing home prices, historical charm, and traffic headaches, Franklin tends to have a reputation that keeps people curious. Some are moving here sight unseen, but today I'm going to show you all of Franklin, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Whether you're thinking about moving to Franklin or you're just curious why everyone's talking about it, stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Patrick Wallace, a local real estate agent here in Middle Tennessee. I regularly put out content what it's actually like living here, and if you're new here, make sure you follow along, hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in moving to Franklin or the surrounding areas, make sure you reach out to me below. Let's get our bearings using this map right here for Franklin and kind of just talk through some of the areas in Franklin. So as we're looking at Nashville, Franklin's going to be just, right southwest, about 20 to 25 minutes, just straight down 65. And that's going to be one of the major highways in Middle Tennessee. Just for reference, B&A is going to be a little bit further away, the airport right over here, about 30 to 35 minutes most of the time. Traffic can most certainly affect these times. The closer we get around Nashville, the more congested, the busier the roads normally are, especially on the 440 loop. So if we kind of go up 65 and work our way over to B&A, that can definitely get backed up just with all of the commuters. But as we work our way down towards Franklin, coming through Brentwood, we'll start to hit Cool Springs. And Cool Springs is going to be kind of where your major hub for all your big box retail stores are, your grocery stores, and a lot of shopping opportunities. So you're going to have things like Target, Costco, Sam's. There's the Galleria Mall right here. We can drop in and kind of see that as well. This mall is going to have pretty much everything you could ask for. If you're looking for, some of the more premium or higher end stuff like Gucci, Chanel, those kind of things, you'll have to go up to the mall at Green Hills, which is a little bit closer to Nashville. I'll zoom out so you can see that really quick. That's going to be kind of up here. But the Galleria Mall here in Cool Springs will have pretty much everything else that you could need. And, there's a lot of different green spaces, parks that you're going to have in the area. Plenty of shopping, retail, movie theaters, and there's also a lot of great places to stay. So if this is you're coming to visit Franklin or Brentwood even, some of the close middle areas in Middle Tennessee, this would be a great place to stay just because you're going to have so much opportunity to see, where people are grocery shopping, where people are, shopping for normal things, just from a retail perspective and everything like that. And that's right off of 65. So it's literally just, this exit, and as we work our way down to the 96 exit right here, you're going to have Williamson County Medical Center right here on the east side of 65, and on the west side, that's kind of when we're working our way towards the historic downtown Franklin. But as we go back up, it's just a really cool little spot of Cool Springs right off McEwen. We can kind of drop back in here so you can get this perspective as well. This is actually a little old, but there are a couple buildings on this side now. A couple office spaces and actually more retail. But lots of great stuff here. There is, a great little wine bar in this building on the corner is actually a great little sushi spot, North Italia, some, office spaces, coffee, all sorts of stuff, apartments back here. But it's just kind of great because there's so much opportunity for shopping, retail, and, getting outside to experience lots of little green spaces and everything kind of popped in as well in between all the shopping. If we work closer to downtown Franklin, not too far away, we're going to have the factory right here. That's a really cool spot. It's going to be, historic factory factory that was actually converted into a bunch of shopping and retail. Really quite neat. There's loads of shopping in here. Lots of restaurants. We frequently go there for kind of date nights and stuff. There's barbecue, restaurants. Two Hands is a great little spot. Hot chicken, there's ramen, there's tacos, all sorts of stuff. So it's a really great little, family outing. They also do currently the Franklin Farmers Market, which is every Saturday they do here. So it's kind of cool. There's a lot of stuff going on in and around Franklin for sure. Lots of festivals. Actually, I'll zoom back in. If we look kind of right across the factory at Franklin, we have the park at Harlandale Farm. They do the Pilgrimage Music Festival here, which is normally every end of September, October. Huge music festival, which is great. You're going to have the Harpeth River right on the backside of the property that you're going to have, access to canoe, kayak, river float, kind of anything. There's also a huge dog park here. So it's a lot of, great opportunities to get outside, do things with the family or, date nights or anything like that. But as we work our way towards downtown Franklin, you may or may not know, of it just because you've done your research or you visited. Very historic, beautiful little downtown area, lots of shopping, lots of great restaurants, bars. So it's a really cool little spot and it's highly desirable. If we kind of work our way out, we're going to have West Haven to the west of downtown Franklin, which is basically its own little town, but it's really cool. It's a big master plan community. I'll do a video on that separately. So feel free to check that out. But a lot of people like living over there because there's so much there. If we kind of zoom in, they have like their own coffee shops, restaurants, Kroger, there's a fire department right in there. So there's a lot of access for that community. But if you're looking for a little bit more space all around, out towards Leaper's Fork and all of these kind of green spaces here are going to be, larger lots, land, equestrian properties. So it's pretty neat. If we work our way kind of back on the other side of 65, just to get our perspective here, there's multiple if we come down Carruthers, there's multiple neighborhoods all along here. You have Lockwood Glen, Water's Edge, Lad Park here, and there's even more if we kind of continue towards Arno Road and more out east. But all the kind of green space, you're going to have larger lots, larger open space if that's kind of what you're looking for. But if you're looking for, more suburban, closer lots, like these neighborhoods would be options for you. If we kind of jump down a little bit more, Berry Farms is right here. Another cool little, downtown area. Lots of residential area over here with kind of a little downtown shopping and retail space, food, restaurants, stuff like that right there. So it's pretty cool. There's a couple more neighborhoods down here that are a little bit older and they don't have as much, that shopping and retail space. But it's a cool little spot as well. If we work our way kind of back up, there is definitely a lot of opportunity for different things in Franklin, being types and styles of living. If you want that kind of historic home style, if you want new construction, if you want larger lots, Franklin is really cool because it's so big. But we'll kind of get off this map and we'll go into. Alrighty, let's talk about real estate in Franklin. I know I mentioned and kind of pointed out some of those neighborhoods just around the map to kind of give you a better idea, but let's talk about kind of average sale price and then the range of opportunities for real estate in Franklin. So average sale price as of last month was just over 1.2 million. It sounds like a lot because it is. There's a lot of luxury or higher end real estate in Franklin, but there's also, condos, townhomes that you can get. but there's also very expensive properties that you can get, $5 million plus. So there's a huge range of prices. All of them are, on the more expensive side if you looked at like national average and everything, but there's a lot of demand in Franklin, Tennessee. All these people coming from, out of state, maybe they're coming from Chicago, New York, California. So there's a lot of demand just around Franklin in general. Williamson County schools, top rated schools. So there's a big plus there. Just all the opportunity, when we looked at all that retail shopping places, in Cool Springs, downtown Franklin, there's just a lot of draw for people here. Whether you have family or you don't have family, any kind of stage in your life, there might be something in Franklin for you. And you're not too far from, the Nashville scene and everything like that. So it's a pretty unique and special place. So if you have any more questions about Franklin, or if you're planning a move here, feel free to reach out below. I appreciate you watching. Thanks.